Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of World of Warcraft Classic. We are still in the wetlands today. Yesterday we had ventured into Dunmortar, which was an elite area, and we got lucky enough to find a group and knock out a couple of quests in there. Now we have to head up to the Thandal Span, and let's see what we have going on. This is also an elite quest, so we might need help with it. But we're looking for Old Rustlock. And I think they said it was going to be by the destroyed part of the bridge. That's a friendly NPC.
Hey there.
Hey. Yeah, this got pretty messed up. I guess during a battle with the Dark Iron. Let's go ahead and cross and check out the other side. Oh, look at this. Oh, no way. I had no idea you could go down inside of this thing. Oh, look at that. Not only can you go down inside of this thing, you have to. This is really freaking cool. This is really cool. I've already kind of expressed my love of the Dwarven architecture and infrastructure as far as their buildings. I love this. Oh, look at this. Hey, that's a view, right? That is pretty cool. Let's click on Rustlock's corpse. You search the tiny dwarven corpse. Engraved into the helmet, you can clearly read Ebenezer Rustlock. It seems as though poor old Rustlock ran into a dark iron ambush. You notice a parchment next to his clenched fist. Report the grim news to Rog Garbison and show him what you found. Oh, we do get something in our inventory from that, which means it's long past time for me to clear out our inventory. That'll do for now. Let's check out... Oh, shit! I was gonna say, let's check out this note, but let's take care of this Dark Iron Bombardier first, who just appeared out of nowhere. Oh, they're all gonna respawn. Somebody must have just been down here and maybe cleared this place out. Ooh, that's not good for us. Let's get out of here and rethink this. I guess we don't have to fight these guys. These aren't elites, thankfully, otherwise we'd probably already be dead. Unfortunately, we did run the wrong way, so let's head back. Yeah, someone must have been near here and just cleared these guys out. Those had to be respawns. Interesting. I find it funny that they mark it as an elite quest, but those guys didn't seem to be elite. You might have been able to do that solo if they were just level 36 mobs there.
You got my attention.
You know,
See you
I
soon.
wanted to read that. Let's read it. Oh, did we already hand it over to him? Oh, damn it. I did want to read that note first. That's my bad. Heavens no, poor Rustlock, 'tis quite a tragedy indeed. We must not let his death pass in vain. This parchment you discovered indicates that Cam Deepfury, the mastermind behind the original attack, arranged for a cache of explosives to be stashed just across the Vandal Span in Arathi Highlands. If those explosives make it to the bridge, our major supply line to the north will be severed. The cache must be destroyed. Return to me when your mission is complete. You are our only hope. Okay, we can do that. We can get a back upgrade finally for it. That's pretty cool.
Off with you.
We do need a better cloak. We haven't gotten one in a while. So let's head back across and we'll hope that the bridge isn't thick with dark iron dwarves this time. We do have a talent point that we need to spend. So maybe we should contemplate that as well. We could put one more point into improved heroic strike and finish that off. We could put our final point into deep wounds and finish that off. Or we could crank another point into toughness. I think I'm going to do that. And give us a little bit more survivability. Alright, now if I were a cache of explosives, I don't know where I would be. Let's check out this little area here over to the east. I'm not sure what else would be done with this little area except for explosives. That was a good call. These guys are not elite, but they're gonna pull together. Let's try something here. Let's keep a bleed on this one guy. This is a tip I got in a comment that if we keep some damage on one guy, but we kind of run away and let the other guy reset. Like, we still have our rend going. Doesn't look like it's working. Did we just get this guy? We just want a situation where we only have one of them. There we go. Humorously, the one that we hit with rend and put some damage on is the one that reset. And the one that stayed is the guy that we didn't hit. So, whatever. Same effect. It worked, so we got our one guy out of the two. Now let's see if we can actually take him out. It's gonna be pretty close. It would have in fact been much easier had the initial guy that we put a bleed on had stayed with us. Let's just use this potion. There we go. Probably unnecessary, knowing that he's gonna run, but we really don't want to die up here if we can avoid it. Now before we get a chance of any respawn, let's head back really quick and pull the second guy. What is he doing? Oh, he's ranged. That explains it. Should probably think about pulling him back a little bit, but he has a really short range where he could throw that. Let's get a hamstring going. As soon as we have the rage for it. There. Oh, did we miss? We fucking missed. Come on, get him. Get him. Oh, barely. Whew, okay. We can do this. Let's pull him back. He's another bombardier. Not what I wanted. I need to change my keybind for defensive stance, I think. Now is the time we need the rage for that hamstring. Oh, come on. Ah, shit. So close, we almost had him. At least these guys are not elites. If they were elites, we would need an entire group again. So we got lucky. We should just count our blessings for that, I suppose. Laying it down on them early definitely helps if you have the rage to do that. Which sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Perfect. And before they come to investigate, let's go ahead and get out of here. Overall, we got really lucky with this little questing hub up here. Gave us quite a bit of experience. And it's been pretty interesting so far to deal with these Dark Iron. Knowing that what we know now, that they actually have joined the Alliance in BFA.
How are ya?
The remaining bridge is saved. You have done a great service to King Magni and the people of Khazad-dûm. Now if we can only hold out long enough for reinforcements to show. I have an idea that maybe these reinforcements are not going to show up. A plea to the Alliance. I ask of you one more small favor, warrior. We await the reserves of Ironforge. However, Rogo has knowledge of an Alliance camp to the north in Arathi Highlands at Refuge Point. Travel there and seek out Captain Niles. Ask the good captain if the Alliance can spare some soldiers to help us reclaim Dunmortar and the Thandil Span. Ooh, okay,
Safe travels.
so this takes us into the Arathi Highlands at Refuge Point. I'm trying to remember if there was a flight point there that I picked up when I was trying to run over to South Shore. I think that there must be. There must be a flight point if I stopped there, but for the sake of it, let's just go ahead and make the run, and I'll probably edit some of the run out unless anything interesting happens. But let's go check out Arathi for a minute and see if we can get help for these dwarfs up here. I noticed I have mail from the auction house, so this is either one of my blue items back, or maybe we have like 12 or 15 gold waiting for us now. It's going to be one or the other, depending on if that blue wand I did put up finally sold. I put it up for, I think, 15 gold. Originally when I checked it a few weeks ago, it was only selling for 2 gold. And then here we are 2 weeks later, it was selling for 15. Well, actually it was selling for 20. There were 2 up for 20, and I put mine up for 15 because I'm an undercutting jerkbag. And that's just how I do things. Some people like to put it like just a little bit of silver less. I like to just undercut and have the best shot of making the actual gold, so we could get a little gold infusion, that'd be nice. It's not going to get us very close to our goal of getting a mount at 40, but we have 9 levels to sort that out. And anything could happen in 9 levels. We did see a blue drop fighting these elite dwarfs the other day. Unfortunately, we didn't win that role. But I have confidence that we'll see some more drops in the future. We'll probably quest in Arathi at some point, but it's going to be at a much higher level, I think. Oh, maybe not too much of a higher level. The mobs up here are level 35, so maybe as we get towards level 36 to 38, this would actually be a good zone to start questing in, which tells me that we have to be able to head back to Hillsbrad pretty soon here. And we should investigate that as well. It's not really too long of a run. Giant plains creepers. Can stay over there for now. Raptors. Gotta love dinosaurs. I do. I wonder if we'll get to quest in Ungoro Crater as Alliance. I used to love Ungoro Crater on Horde, just because of all the dinosaurs you'd see. I remember the giant T-Rex that would stomp around. He was an elite, and every once in a while you would just aggro him and get annihilated. That's always fun. I'd love to see what those large dinosaurs look like now compared to the models that exist in Zandalar. Oh, this is Captain Niles. Actually a woman. Not what I was imagining, but awesome. We at Refuge Point hold one of the few remaining patches of Stormguard territory in the Arathi Highlands, and we're losing ground. Okay, well then you're probably not going to want to help, but... My condolences go to Longbraid and his brave soldiers. The news of Thandalspan tragedy and the fall of Dunmortar hangs heavy in my heart. But Stormguard has fallen, hence our presence here at Refuge Point. We are faced with retaking our own great city. Honor and duty require that we do not leave the Highlands until Stormguard raises the mighty banner of the King once again. I will send word to Longbraid that he is on his own. Everything's in bad shape. The Dark Iron are attacking and have taken Dunmortar. Stormguard has fallen, so the dwarves have lost a town. The humans have lost a town, so not good for anybody. She has quests for us.
Farewell.
I think we're going to decline these quests for now. We have to go do war banners down in the wetlands still, at the very least. And let's take a look at this one before we head back. Actually, you know what? Let's take a look at it when we find it. So, we're looking for Dragon Maw Orcs. Alright, let's head back. and figure out where these guys are at. They've got an encampment northeast of Menethil. And then we'll take a look at the actual quest. Could be anywhere. As it turns out, there is in fact a flight point at Refuge Point. So don't be stupid like me and start running and then have to run back. I also think that the first aid trainer that can get us to the next level of first aid is somewhere in the southwestern corner of Arathi here. And I'm going to have to check that out pretty soon. We have 4 stacks of silk. So we're going to need to start working on that. At this point, it's just taking up space in our bags. I also have a few lore items that I don't want to throw out that I need to drop in my bank. And I don't know if I can mail these to a bank alt or if I have to actually put them in the bank myself. I need to sell this. Right now what I'm thinking is we should be able to finish off the next few quests in the wetlands and then we could head back over to South Shore. I'm actually kind of surprised that there are so many quests for us to pick up in Arathi as Alliance. It's possible that the leveling arc is a little different for Alliance and Horde. On Horde I remember going to Hillsbrad when I was level 26 or 27. And I don't remember being in Arathi until around level 40. But it's possible that things are a little bit different on the Alliance side. Possibly those metrics are flipped. I'm not sure. But if there isn't anything much to do in South Shore, we could always go to Arathi. I just feel like we need a few more levels before we're ready to quest there. Level 35 mobs are no joke for us right now. And it's all war banners. Let's see. Give us a proper read. The Dragon Maw Orc clan was all but destroyed by the end of the Second War. After they lost control of their red dragon pets, the dragons were not very happy with their old masters, and fiercely hunted the Dragon Maws. What few remained fled from Grim Batol and into the mountains east of Welgar's excavation. Now they've gained strength, and have encamped northeast of Menethil. We want you to attack that encampment, gather and bring me their war banners as proof. Northeast. We've been to Sundown Marsh. I don't remember seeing any orcs up there. Let's just check this general swampy area. We've been to Ironbeard's tomb. Maybe they're all the way over here. Like, maybe northeast of Menethil means like way, way, way northeast. Maybe it doesn't mean like right outside, just northeast of town, because I don't think they're just out in the swamp. If I had to guess, if you look far to the east, north of the road, it's probably in that undiscovered area that we haven't revealed yet back there. Because Grim Batol is south of that. So I think we're going to be heading all the way across to the far southeast of the map. So we're going to be looking in the northeast part of the wetlands, not necessarily northeast of Menethil directly, because I don't think there are any orcs up here. So we'll keep on the road. And we'll head out to the far east, which is going to take us a little while to get to, it looks like. Alright, let's give a look around over here in the northeastern section of the wetlands. And see if we don't find any Dragon Maw. I see some structures back here. And we see some like debris and some bodies that look like possibly orcs. Also see some life root that we need. I'm not sure what's going on over there, but that guy is not aggressive and is in fact friendly, so that's interesting. What is this over here? Rethiel the Green Warden. And he's surrounded by these very unique looking plants. Oh, he has a quest. But I bet this quest is gray, isn't it? Yeah, that's unfortunate. And that's, you know, what we get for not questing here when we could have. 6 or so levels ago, I think, would have been a good time. I see some stuff over here that looks decidedly orc-like. Oh, hi. I did not think you were going to aggro. Lots of Horde related stuff. I see some kind of siege engine crushed over there. I see all these buildings over here. I don't see any orcs though. Just a bunch of these crimson whelps. Let's head north-ish from here and see if we can uncover these points on the map and see what's going on here. The green belt, okay. Oh, hello. Well, I didn't want 3. Let's go ahead and use retaliation. I'm going to try to hold off on using a potion. I think we can get this guy without it. Perfect. We have to be getting close. All these ruins. I just don't really know where they'd be. They could be tucked back, way back here, but this just loops around. All the way around to Grim Batol, so I don't think we need to go that way. It is possible that they were right outside of Menethil, I just did not see any orcs out that way. But I would at least like to open up the map here and reveal the map, but we haven't hit whatever we need to hit to do that. Sometimes very particular about what areas you need to explore in order to reveal the map. Heading up here looks like a good idea. Looks like a perfect little opening into this valley surrounded by hills. I can't tell what I'm seeing in the background, if it's a cave entrance. Raptor Ridge. Okay, Raptor Ridge. Well, that's Raptor Ridge. I don't think this is where we're going to find Dragon Maw, but it's something we can go check out. No doubt, home of many raptors. If we need Highland or Razor mains, we know where to get them. I'm going to have to fight this guy for this herb, aren't I? Which only leaves us one area left on the map to check out. Let's not get side attacked here by that other raptor. Felt like a scene out of Jurassic Park. Clever girl. Clever. And now it's like hiding behind this tree. Okay. Let's peel out of here. Maybe we can go up one of these hills and get a better view of the area. Or maybe we could fight more raptors. That's always fun too. That's gonna take us back to just a ton more raptors. Damn. Well, I want to go this way just so we can get around to the north. I think I see some buildings down here that look promising. I see a couple of tents. Last I checked, raptors don't need tents, so maybe we're about to find some other encampment, possibly of orcs. The tents don't look very orcish, honestly. Oh, these are the elite camps. So somebody in one of our groups had said there were more camps of elite dwarfs, and this is them. So that being the case, I mean, we're not going to fight any of these guys, firstly. That being the case, I was totally wrong about where these orcs are at. So now the search begins further back to the west, I guess. I don't think the Dragon Maw and these Dark Iron are really going to be cohabitating in the same areas. So we'll head back west and we'll see what we can find along the way. Very interesting. At least now we have the map revealed, except for this bottom part by the mountains. Alright, off I go in search of Dragon Maw orcs. Okay, this area on the map here, Welgar's excavation site, is the last place on the map that I haven't checked, of course. So now we have to look here and see. I mean, this is relatively northeast. I see some more raptors and more raptors. Let's keep going. We have a couple of more unexplored parts of the map to reveal. And we also have this pathway up here. We're going to go ahead and we're going to head up this way. This may not take us anywhere we need to go. But it is one of the last places I have left to look. Yeah, that's going to go into the excavation site. Which, that's not where they said they were. Let's go have a peek at what's inside of here. And then on the other side of these mountains, we have another area yet to explore that we have to get over to.
Here there. What's on your mind?
See, this is a quest to kill the raptors. Also a great quest.
What's your bet?
And then we have a quest in here for the Explorers League. This is interesting. This one might be at level with us.
How are you?
Let's see, just before the invasion, I uncovered a large tablet called the Goaz Stone. The translated text breaks off into 4 places. The text speaks of a divine plan and a doomed prophecy. I fear we are running out of time. I am too old to go down and brave those beasts, but you are strong. Scour the excavation site and uncover the 4 missing tablet fragments, Ados, Mordir, Golem, and Neru. Search for them in the ancient artifacts or where the soil is loose. Bring them to me so I can begin unlocking the mystery.
See you soon.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. That must be out here in this area where we would look for those items. And we could do that It sounds really cool. What I want to do first is find where these Dragon Ball guys are at. We can always come back here and find his items. Probably want to do that before we hit level 32, because we might gray out on this quest if we wait too long. So that's a good find nonetheless. Explorer League stuff is usually pretty interesting. The mobs here though are really weak. Well, they're green. They're not incredibly weak. So we'll come back here and we'll look for these items. But for the time being, the first thing we want to accomplish is just locating our current quest objective. I wonder if I could get up here. It looks like there's a node up here, so I should be able to. That's pretty steep. Okay. Now can I make it up this last little bit? Probably not. Would be cool if we could. Oh, nope. What about this way? And negative. Okay. We're going all the way around. Sometimes you get lucky and you can cut through the mountains like that, and other times you just can't do it. I know some of you guys may think, well, why don't you just look it up? I know I could go to Wowhead at any moment and I could find the location of any quest that I want. But I try not to play games that way, especially RPGs where exploration and discovery are such a huge part of the experience. Even when that experience is a little bit of frustration, it's still a part of the experience, and you're going to feel better when you find something by yourself. Like, look at this. Yes, I had to search the entire map, but finally we have found our Dragon Ball Raiders. Let's see what these guys have in way of ability to kill us. Probably not much. They are green, thankfully. Well, the orcs are green and their level is green. Let's be specific. And they run! Oh no! Okay, he's dead. So they're gonna run. Cowardly orcs. Only Dragon Ball orcs would run. So we'll be ready with the hamstring. Because they do throw this net down on us. You'd think they'd want to do that probably closer to when they're going to run away, but nobody said they were smart. They do have quite a fast attack speed, at least these ones who are dual wielding. It would be nice if they were all melee guys and there were no casters among them. And I think we're just looking for drops off these guys. I think we're waiting for them to drop items. There's a lot of these guys, but they look pretty spread out for the most part. If we can avoid them running off to their fellows, then we should be in okay shape. I'd like to see one of the banners drop though. Apparently it could be a very crappy drop rate. There's one. Perfect. Let's head this way just because it looks more interesting visually. I see some more buildings over here. What are you? You are a druid. He seems like he's got this. We'll help him out anyway. I just don't really want to group up because we are looking for a low drop rate on a collection quest. So I'll let him go ahead and finish that guy off. Because like I said, I don't really have an interest in grouping at the moment. But I don't want to let somebody get killed for no good reason. I'm hoping the respawn rate doesn't get completely amped up here while we're in the midst of the camp, but there's no telling. I think we're going to be okay though. This is a big open area if we're paying attention behind us. And we're remembering to hamstring, we should be good. Hoping I could pull just this guy. It's very nice when you could pull them away from their buddies without also pulling their buddy. Hamstring definitely saved us there. Oh, we missed with hamstring that time. At least we weren't netted. Well, we could be at this for a little while. Well, we have swamp runners here, which are sword and boarding, not dual wielding. They don't seem to do anything too inconvenient to us. But we also have some bone wardens with some skeleton pets. That's actually really interesting because they're not just warlocks. They don't have a void walker. They have this awesome skeleton pet. Let's find out what these guys are going to do to us. Preferably not where we have to fight a bunch of them. Curse of weakness, okay. They're probably gonna run too. Yeah. Okay, they don't seem to do anything too bad. He didn't have time to cast much. Skeleton doesn't seem to be too physically strong as far as doing damage to us. We can't rend it. If we needed to, we could probably sunder it. Doesn't seem like we really need to. 3 out of 8, long way to go. Well, this is a bad situation that we found ourselves in. I wish that was up right now. We might actually live. I don't think that by the time it is off cooldown, we're going to still be alive. but it's possible. I think we might somehow be okay as long as these guys don't pull too many more. He headed off towards a tree, which is perfectly alright with me. Oh, we've got a ton of respawns. And I'm rooted, so I'm just getting like hit in the back. Not a good place. Not a good place to be. Okay, well this is getting a little bit crazy. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be dead here. We went from perfectly okay to like totally dead. Look at this shit. Oh my god. Okay. Well, it was bound to happen, I guess. It looked like we were fairly clear. Maybe we got a wave of respawns. Or maybe we just ended up in a really bad spot. Well, it took us a long time to find those Dragon Ball, and then it took an even longer time for the item to drop 8 times. It was a really low drop rate. We were there for a little bit. Thankfully, most of the enemies were green to us. And it's interesting, you can kind of choose your own difficulty in WoW Classic, because if you don't want things to be too challenging, you can really try to focus on just doing green quest and fighting mobs that are a little bit lower level than you. And if you want more of a challenge, you could focus on just doing those yellow and orange quests. So it kind of gives you some leeway. I like to go ahead and, you know, take on orange quests when we can, but I think that fighting mobs that are a few levels below us is really the way to go. Because, like I said, I can't imagine that drop rate if those mobs had been harder or had been multi-pulls. We could have been in some serious trouble for much longer, so...
Well met.
Well fought. The Dragon Balls are not the same threat they were when they had dragons, but they're still fierce opponents. The Dragon Balls are led by Nekrosh, son of Nekros, who was the former head of the Dragon Balls years ago. Nekros used powerful magic to tame the red dragons, but when that magic failed him, the dragons were not happy. Nekros was killed, and his son has vowed revenge against the dragons who slew his father. While you were fighting the Dragon Balls, we discovered more of their plans. Nekrosh has built catapults and aims to lay siege to Menethil, and with the fighting in Dun Algaz, we're effectively blocked from reinforcements. You need to take out those catapults. They're in the Dragon Ball encampment. Here, take this tinder. Fight your way to the catapults and light them with the tinder. And after you've done that, find and kill Nekrosh. We need to cut his Dragon Ball beast down at its neck.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Okay, so, not a huge surprise. We're going to be going back out there. And I'm thinking... I mean, we went all the way back this way when I was just looking for the item. I didn't see Nekrosh. So I'm really curious where he's going to be at in all this. And it just says that there were catapults in their camp. There could have been. I wasn't really paying attention to what was around us besides the buildings and making sure we didn't pull more orcs. But we're going to take a break here. And when we come back, we'll head back to the camps and we'll look for Nekrosh. And we will look for... we can look for the catapults. It's interesting that it just says that it's complete. Take out those catapults. Find and kill Nekrosh. Nothing to track, so most likely it'll mark something on our mini-map when we're close. It usually does when it says complete like this. We will just have to see. Let me know what you guys think of the episode in the comments below. Any tips, suggestions, critiques are always welcome. And as always, I really appreciate the support. It means a lot to me. Until next time, take care and wish me luck.